In the golden silence of the desert night, where stars whisper secrets to the endless sky, stands Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, not as a prince, but as a soul searching for something unnamed. They see the crown, the power, the glory, the fame. But they don't see the weight hidden behind his quiet gaze. His footsteps echo on the sand, like memories that refuse to fade. Every grain beneath him holds a story he never told. He writes poetry not for the world, but for the emptiness inside. Words that bleed softly between strength and solitude. I have everything, he once whispered to the wind, yet something in me remains incomplete. And the desert listened, as it always does. Without judgment, without reply. The city calls him a leader, the world calls him inspiration, but his heart it calls out for peace. In the stillness of midnight rides, with only the moon as his companion, he escapes the noise of expectations. Just to feel human again. Love came to him like a fleeting shadow, soft, beautiful, but never meant to stay. And since then, his verses carry a quiet ache. He smiles in pictures, strong, fearless, unbreakable, but poetry reveals the truth. Even lions have silent wounds. O Fazza, your silence speaks louder than words, your strength hides oceans of emotions, and your soul writes stories the world may never fully understand. And maybe that's the beauty of you. Not the prince the world sees, but the poet, lost somewhere between duty and dreams. In the heart of Dubai's sleeping lights, where towers touch the edge of dreams, not to escape the world, but to escape himself. The night wind follows him like an old memory, soft, familiar, and heavy with unsaid words. Every road he takes in silence feels like a question with no answer. He is not searching for a throne. He already has one. He is searching for that one moment where he can rest, without being strong. The desert understands him better than people do. It never asks, never expects, never judges. It just listens. When his heart speaks in silence, sometimes he stops his ride, looks at the endless horizon, and wonders. Is this what destiny feels like, or distance from myself? Even the stars seem closer to him than the people around him. Because stars don't demand perfection. They just shine quietly. They say he is made of iron wool, a symbol of courage and discipline, but they don't see the cracks hidden inside golden responsibilities. He writes again, not on paper, but in his soul. Verses that never get published, but always get felt. A prince in the eyes of the world, but in the language of his heart, just a traveler, lost between duty and desire. And when dawn slowly breaks over the dunes, he returns not healed, not broken, just quietly carrying another night that the world will never read. Because some stories are not told, they are lived in silence. The world wakes up to his name, like it always does, scrolling past headlines, admiration, pride, never knowing the silence behind it, where every breath is watched, and every step is measured like history in motion. But deep inside him, there is a room no one enters. A room filled with unsent thoughts, unfinished emotions, and questions that never learned how to speak. He walks through grand halls, but his mind still returns to the quiet desert nights, where he was not a name, just a feeling carried by wind. They call it success. They call it destiny fulfilled. But they don't see the cost of becoming everything to everyone, and almost nothing to yourself. Even laughter sometimes feels rehearsed, like a role played too well for too long. And behind every strong smile, there is a pause, that lasts longer than anyone notices. He doesn't complain. Kings don't do that. He just writes it differently, in silence, in distance, in poetry. Because some pain doesn't break you. It refines you. Turns you into something the world admires, but rarely understands. At night, when the world forgets his name, he remembers himself again. Not as a symbol, but as a man who still feels everything deeply. And maybe that is his real strength, not the crown he wears, but the heart that still beats softly beneath all the weight of it.